Salute, salute, salute. Yeah, we got to talk about this one, people. Somebody got to put a PSA out on your man Fat Joe, man. Somebody got to do a wellness check on him, man. Make sure he alright over there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to make sure Fat Joe alright over there. You dig? They got to make sure. That was a nasty look last night, Joey Crack. That was nasty, man. That was a nasty look last night, Crack. I don't know, man. The man got put on his face, not his back pocket. His face. That's a fact. Fifth round. Like, the fourth round saved him. The fourth round saved him. That that was ugly, man. I don't think your guy was either two things, Joey. Your guy wasn't ready, because he was installed the other night prior to the fight. Yeah, he was installed. That's a fact. He was installed doing what he do before the fight. Like, yo, Joey, yo, Crack, man. You got to stop this, man. The rumor going on now, man? You dig that every time you participate in something, man, dealing with New York, man, we taking an L, bite. We taking an L, bite. Yo, hey, yo, you was confident, Joey. Hey, yo, Crack, you was confident, my guys. You was confident, man. You was confident, Crack. You said that man is gonna push his nose bone through his brain. Through his brain. Then the guy who took the L, he responds with, I'm gonna put him in a coffin. What? That's the that's the bad part about it, people. When you gotta chew those words, man, and you take that L boogie, yo, no bueno.com. No bueno.com, people. There's no way, man. Crack was talking heavy. Yeah, my man gonna knock him out. Yo, Kiss, I want you to walk down the aisle with him. He gave him his shine. He was up there on the YouTube. He called in, talking about what he gonna do to boy. He been boxing 22 years. All that didn't mean nothing, people. Asia, salute. Vic, salute. Yeah, all that didn't mean nothing, people. Let me salute my people in the chat real quick. Yeah, that didn't mean nothing, people. I don't know, man. That ain't look right. That ain't look good for Crack, man. That ain't look good for Crack, man. The word around town, Crack, man. Every time you participate, you know what I'm saying, in a function, man, it don't go right, man. Let's just say, anytime you involve yourself in professional sports, they said it don't go right, Crack. It just don't go right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the part that's no bueno.com. Every professional sport you attend to, they said that professional athlete, it doesn't work out well for them. Like, it just doesn't. They end up with the L boogie. You know what I mean? And I just don't understand, man, how people don't take their craft serious. Because how you coming off a L, right? I think if I'm not mistaken, that Canelo, Canelo just beat him. I don't know if that was his last fight, but I do know that the dude who lost last night took a L to Canelo. I don't know, was that his last fight or what? I don't know. I can't say. But what I can say, he got knocked out last night twice, and I don't know why they didn't throw the towel in on him before that fifth round. He was dizzy. He was dizzy. The end of the fourth round, people. He was dizzy. He was done. The bell saved him. Word, he was dizzy. People like I don't know how nobody ain't. I don't know, man. That right there, it was too much hype. He was talking a good one. You know, being from New York, you be like, yo, you got one coming out of the yitty. He gonna put on. He gonna do what he do. It was a lot riding on the. 'Cause if I'm not mistaken, the winner of last night's match was Muslim. So you know how that go. They said, the people on the other side, the ox, they had a bad, they had a big bag behind this guy. You know what I'm saying? They had a big bag behind this guy. Now, for me, people, the thing that's disturbing, right? Let's see what's going on. Nah, hey, I thought his man had it too. I, I don't know, man. I don't know if he start reaching on this one. Like, yeah, Fat Joe be, you know, Fat Joe be giving out, passes and all that. The guys who don't really be putting on. I mean, he's a firm believer in that. Your man Joey Crack is he's vouching for dudes who don't put on. That's just a fact. We can't overlook that. Yeah, we can't overlook that, yo. We can't overlook that right there. Crack is vouching for dudes, who be capping. We gotta call a spade a spade. Crack be vouching for dudes who be capping. So now we gotta start, you know, we gotta start checking the background. Yeah, we gotta start doing our research, people, on these dudes. Crack, Joey Crack, aka Fat Joe, aka Mr. Lean Back, yeah, aka Mr. Digging in the crates. Yeah, man, we gotta start doing some fact checks on these dudes that Fat Joe be vouching for. Word. I could imagine how many people lost their money last night just on the strength of Fat Joe's word. That's a fact. I could only imagine, man, how many people lost their money, right, due to Fat Joe's stamp of approval. Nasty people. I can imagine. I can only imagine how many people lost their money on behind Fat Joe's approval. Sequoia, salute. Appreciate the pull up. You understand me? Like, that's weird, man. That is weird, people. Supposed to woke up and Fat Joe, man, I forgot his name. Edgar. I know his first name is Edgar. Which I never really knew no Edgar. I knew a lot of Eggers in my life, people. I got a lot of Eggers in my life, man. I really never bumped into a tough Egger, man. So just off the name alone, this is sidebar, you know what I'm saying? You know, joking matters only. You know what I mean? But I never met a tough Egger, man. I never met a tough Egger, man. I don't think I would let no person with a name like Egger beat me. Nah, I'm gonna put that out there. Ain't nobody Egger. Egger don't sound intimidating. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a sidebar. Joking. You know, joking. For joking matters. You know what I'm saying? But joking, man. I'm looking for the other word, purposes. Joking purposes only, man. You know what I mean? Put a smile on your face, laugh. You know what I mean? Get your shits and giggles on. You know what I'm saying? But one thing, though, is not a joking matter. Is the way your boy got knocked out last night, Joey Crack. That was an embarrassing. Yo, Joey, I want to know. I want to know this, Joey. How are you going to come back, go on your show, and talk good about that match? I want to know that. I want to know how Joey is going to be able to come on Jada and Joe's show, Joe and Jada, however you want to put it, and talk highly of Edgar. I just want to know that. I want to know how you're going to be able to go on Joe and Jada's show. And I don't want you to do no pre-upload. You need to go live, man. I don't do no pre-uploads, crack. Word up, yo, Kiss, man. Don't do yo Kiss, yo. Don't let him do that. Word up, don't let him do that, Kiss. You gotta let him go live. Y'all need to go live with Edgar. And if you could get him up there, I would like to hear from Edgar on why wasn't he taking his training serious. That's what I want to know from Edgar. So, yo, Kiss, come on, Kiss. You got to holler at Joey, man. Tell Joey, yo, we got to get Edgar up here, man. Got to get Edgar up there, man, because Joey shouldn't have to say nothing. In all defense, people, Crack shouldn't have to say nothing. We want to hear from Edgar on why wasn't he taking his training serious. That's what I want to know. Because they saying, people, the night before the fight, he was in Starlets, moving and grooving, throwing them ones around. Yeah, people, they said he was in Starlets the night before the fight. The night before the fight, he was in Starlets, man. You know what I mean? So I want to know why didn't he take that fight serious when he had people like Fat Joe vouching for him? Yeah, he gonna knock him out. He gonna send nose bone to the brain or however whatever he put it. You already know, right? So he does all this and does all that. So just by off how Fat Joe's describing that it's gonna be a massacre, you would have bet your money on Edgar, man. I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't gonna. Nope. I ain't got a lot of kicking, people. I ain't got a lot of kicking, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I want to hear from Edgar. Fat Joe need to bring him on the show. Yo, Kiss, you need to get Fat Joe to bring Edgar on that show, man. Edgar need to do an interview, man. You gotta interview Edgar, man. You gotta, because we don't think Edgar took that fight serious, man. And he got knocked on his back. Yo, he got knocked on his face, not his back pocket. Word, he got knocked all on his cheekbone, his jawbone. Yeah, eye socket. Word. That wasn't a good look, man. That's a fact. That wasn't a good look. And especially after you seen how he went the distance with Canelo. So, I would think he took the Canelo fight a little more serious than he did with the other brother who won. Yeah, he took that more serious. Because I think he went 12 with Canelo. If I'm not mistaken, he went 12 with Canelo. Yeah, he went 12 with Canelo. And then turned around last night, get knocked out in the fifth. Embarrassing and like embarrassing. Like you made your corner look like y'all did no training for this fight. That's a fact. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Cause ain't no way he's supposed to got knocked out like that, man. Yeah, not like that, yo. There's no way. There's no way, people. I can't just sit there and just say that old boy trained to win that fight. Yeah, I don't think he trained to win that fight, man. I'm a firm believer. I don't think he trained to win that fight. That's a fact. I don't think he trained to win that fight. Because it's no way in hell, man, that he would have trained to win that fight. He wouldn't have been in Starless the night before. Yeah, he wouldn't have been in Starless the night before, people. He wouldn't have been in Starless. He was supposed to have been in somebody's sand or something, somebody good water. Yeah, man. Somebody mountains or something, man, climbing rocks. Like, I don't know what he was doing in Starlet that night. Like, what was he doing in Starlet that night? That's crazy. Just salute. Appreciate the pull up. Oh, that ain't even Jess. Hey, what? Oh, y'all wildin'. Y'all is wildin'. I ain't even Jess. Y'all wildin'. Y'all jacking somebody whole name. Jacking somebody whole name. Crazy. But yeah, yo. I don't know, man. How many of y'all seen that fight last night, man? How many of y'all seen it, man? Or how many of y'all seen that fight, man? I gotta start getting crafty with the computer because you know YouTube about to start shutting things down, man. Where you can't use other people's content, man. That's a fact. You can't use nobody content. You got to come up with your own content. So I know I'm gonna have to invest in a nice software where where I gotta I gotta start editing my shows. But for me, man, it's gonna be a lot of lives for me. 'Cause I think what they did, which is YouTube, this is sidebar. YouTube is gonna cut down on these, I guess, these pre-uploads. That's what they're doing. They cut down on the pre-uploads and making you do more editing on them. So that's what's gonna happen. A lot of people is gonna, stop doing uploads and go back to doing the live shows. Because with the live shows, you ain't really got to do too much editing. If you got to edit it at all, unless you go live and you don't list it, you know what I mean? And then you do your little 1-2, and then you put it, then oh damn, I don't even know if you could do that. Nah, once that shit live, it's live. Word. I just thought about that. Yeah, once it's live, it's live. So I don't even know, but I do know, for the people who's doing the uploading, they yeah, they go crack down a lot on how you edit the video and see if you reusing anybody content, and as well as live as far as they ain't gonna monetize it. You know what I mean? If you reusing somebody else's content, I don't know yours, but I do know anybody else's content. I know they're saying that they will not be monetizing it. You know what I mean? You gotta create your own content. You know what I mean? Without using somebody else. So it's gonna be like reuse of content. There's gonna be a reuse of content. But that's just a sidebar. This is a sidebar, man. You know. Try to, let the people know, you know, bring awareness to the people on how YouTube about to start doing it. Y'all is wild. How y'all how y'all woke up today and y'all just y'all just say whatever y'all want to say out your mouth. That's crazy. Sit there talking crazy. But yeah, people, today's show, I wanted to, kind of like really, you know, send a PSA, man. Somebody do a wellness check on, Joey Crack, aka Fat Joe. Yeah, aka Fat Joe, aka Joey Crack. We want to know what happened with his Gaza, man, last night. We would like to know what happened to his amigo last night, man. Word up. What happened to his amigo, man? That was nobueno.com, man. Like, he got put on all bones that's in his face. Bones, tissues, and everything else. That's what he fell on last night. Twice. And like I said, the bell at the end of the fourth round saved him. Because he was finished if that bell went wrong at the end of the fourth round, like literally. And that's where I say, why didn't his corner, you know, ain't step in? I mean, he had to know that his fighter, and he didn't have it. He just didn't have it. He dominated. The winner of that fight last night dominated that fight. Wasn't nothing luck. He ain't land no lucky punches. He stuck to his craft. You know, I'm sure he trained, and if he didn't, we don't know nothing about it. You know, that's a winning resume right there. That's a winning recipe. You stick to your craft. You do what you know that got you there. Because obviously we seen Edgar fight Canelo, and to me, it was two different. That was two different boxes. That was two different Edgars in that ring. Last night, that was a different Edgar than I seen in the ring with Canelo. That was a different Edgar. You know what I mean? So Fat Joe, yo kids, y'all gotta go live, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta go live. Y'all gotta go live. And you gotta talk about why your man Edgar took a L. I mean, you told us why he was gonna win. We get it. We digested that. We understand. All right. He had to send nose through skull, nose through brain, whatever. However, y'all get what I'm saying. So we heard Fat Joe. We clearly. So now I think it's only right you get up there live. Because you need to go live, man. You need to tell the people, because you was the same one promoting them. You was promoting them hard, Joey. Yo, Crack, you was promoting your boy hard, and as you should. And as you should. You supposed to promote your guy in that manner. But come on, Joey. Like this guy, Joey, Joey. He didn't know your name was behind that, Joey. He didn't know you was promoting him like that. Come on, Joey. He had to know, Joey. He had to know that you was promoting him in this manner, Joey. And for him not to act accordingly and go in that ring and fight like he wanted to win that fight, I don't. You might need to have some words private with him, Joey. I don't want to say he hit you with the banana in the tailpipe. I don't know. You know, I don't want to speculate. You know what I mean? Meaning people throw the fight. You know what I mean? Threw the banana in the tailpipe on Joey. You did. But Joey was like, it was like the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like Joey was talking about the winner of the fight last night. Word. That's what he was talking about. Yeah, he wasn't talking about Edgar. So I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Like from Joey. Yeah, from Joey. Word up. I gotta hear this from Joey. Cause you made guys lose a couple of dollars, Joey, on the strength of you promoting this guy, saying that this guy, Edgar, right, was gonna, I guess it's safe to say, he was gonna put his nose through the guy's head. Nose bone through his brain, through his forehead, head, whatever. That's what you would have liked to see done. And it just so happened, the opposite happened. Your boy Edgar, like somebody need to go check on Joey Crack, man. Don't even check on Edgar. Check on Joey Crack, yo. I think Crack may need a wellness. He need a wellness checkup, man. Word. Somebody got to send somebody over there, man, to check on Joey Crack, man. That's a fact. Joey Crack needs somebody over there to check up on him immediately. Word. He needs to do that immediately. I don't think. I don't think that L's sitting well with Joey Crack. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that L's sitting right with Joey Crack, people. Somebody, yo, Kiss, you got to go holler at Joey, man. You got to go holler at Joey, Kiss. Yeah, you got to go holler at Joey, man. Make sure he all right, Kiss. Yo, Kiss, I hope you ain't bet, man. Word up. I hope you ain't bet, Kiss. 'Cause I heard you say you was putting a bet on with Edgar. I heard you say you was putting a bet on with Edgar. I don't know, bro. I don't know, Kiss. I hope you ain't bet with Edgar. That's all I can say. I hope you ain't bet with Edgar, man. I hope you ain't bet with Edgar, Kiss. Word. I'd have been mad. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I would have been mad at that nigga, like personally. Like, yo, man, I gotta spent all this money on you. You know what I mean? Feel as though like, you had a sure win. You looked good against Canelo, and you turn around and do this. I don't know, people. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, I don't know about this one. This one's shaky, people. I'm gonna keep it all the way a Hondo. This one is shaky. This one is shaky. I don't know if I know Fat Joe was tight. Yo, Op, salute, Op. Yo, you seen that fight last night, Op? Oh, he was a heavy favorite to lose? Op? I said he was a favor to lose. Oh, okay. Well, that tells it then. Oh, all right. I've said, hide your conscience, salute. I appreciate your support. Shout out to Hide Your Content. Make sure y'all go like, share, and subscribe over there to Hide Your Content. Yo, Op, who was favored to lose, Op? Oh, Edgar was favored to lose? Hey yo, people, make sure y'all hit that like button, people. Tap the screen, tap the screen twice. Yeah, tap the screen twice. Make sure I hit that like button, man. You know what I mean? Tap the screen twice. It's like about 80 degrees. Boy had on a black hoodie, poo shiesty, on a bidite. Hold on, let me do a double take. Oh, Edgar was the underdog? Word, Edgar was the underdog? I ain't know that. See, I ain't see boy fight from London. I ain't see him fight. But I know I seen Edgar fight Canelo, and that went 12 rounds. So, at least, Edgar fought somebody before. I know he's a monster. You ain't see how nigga put hands and feet on Edgar last night? Oh, Edgar overrated? Yeah, because look at the people behind him. The Cap Squad behind him. You know what I'm saying? The Cap Squad. That's why I said, yo, Kiss, you got to tell your man, Joey Krills, man, he got to do a live on why his man Edgar went out like that. I hope Edgar ain't from the Bronx, man. Hey, yo, Crack, I hope Edgar ain't from the BX, man. I definitely hope Edgar ain't from the Ghost. That was nasty work. That was nasty work, people. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was nasty work. But yeah, man. Oh, hey, what up? He was 16-0. See, I gotta go check him out. I'm about to go check him out now. I'm about to go check him out. Yeah, I'm about to go check him out. Cause you would have thought Edgar, the way Joey Crack was talking. He was going in. You heard what Crack told him, we need to put nose bone through the brain, through the forehead, whatever. Whatever it was, he wanted that joint to end in a fatality. I heard something about that OA, but I don't think they finalized it. I don't think they finalized that fight yet, OA. At least I ain't hear Pacquiao. I know last time I heard Pacquiao, he was confessing to something. I think he was talking about the Roy Jones fight or whatever. If I'm not mistaken, Pacquiao. Saying if I'm not mistaken, why he ain't fight Roy or something. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Ayo, Op, so you saying Belinga beat Canelo?
old head talking about Pacquiao fighting next week. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check it out.
I was saying, did Belinga knock Canelo out? Did the dude Edgar Belinga knock Canelo out his last fight? I thought he lost that. So I don't know who you were saying 16-0. Yeah, I don't know who you were saying 16-0. Oh, head. So Pacquiao fight next week. Oh, head. Belinga beat Canelo. Hey, yo, oh, head. Who you had on that fight last night? Oh, head. All right, hold on. Let's get this. Let's just get this right. Answer this. So that's not Edgar. Uh, the dude who won last night name is not Edgar. First name not Edgar, right? But who you would have betted on, oh head? Who you would have said would have won? Even though you ain't shit, who you would have said who would have won? I want to know. I know Edgar took the L. Oh, Edgar is Barlinga, right? So that's who lost last night, right? So you saying he started off 16-0, all first round knockouts? Who did he fight? Because I thought Canelo beat him. What is old head talking about? Old head said Shakur. Old head is tripping. Okay, so Canelo beat Edgar the last fight, right? It went 12 rounds, and I thought Edgar lost. I don't know what you talking about, old head. Old head talking about some Shakur. I don't know nothing about the Shakur fight. We talking about the Edgar Barlinga fight. Oh, okay. So that's why they hyped. That's why they was hyped. Because he started out 16-0. So, Ayo, did he beat Canelo or did Canelo beat him? Who won the Canelo fight? Let me ask it that way. Who won? Yeah, Shakira won. Yeah, Shakira won. The female won. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Oh, all right. I mean, that's what Ohead was talking about. That's Ohead talking about Shakira verse. Okay, Shakur. What? You spelling her name all wrong. You got me twisted, Ohead. Hey, yo, who won against Canelo? Edgar or Canelo? All right, cool. All right. Hey yo, Op, so what you saying? You want to put your money on Edgar? That's crazy. Op said, hell no. I would have thought the way Fat Joe was bigging him up, you would have thought that was a for sure knockout for Edgar. You would have thought that was a for sure knockout. Shakur Stevenson fought last night too, Op. I ain't know that. That's what I'm saying. I ain't know that. I ain't know Shakur Stevenson fought too. I thought he was talking about the female fight. Yeah, but I mean, still, nigga, if you a boxing fan, just because you know Mike Tyson and whoever fighting and that whoever is your man, what you gonna say he gonna beat Mike Tyson? No, you got to be real with yourself. You got to go with the resume say. Yeah, that's a fact. That's why I said Fat Joe got to go live on his Joe and Jada show, and he got to explain why Edgar got knocked the fuck out. That's what he got to explain. That's what he got to explain. I want to hear his take on it. Even Kiss said he was betting on the Edgar dude. You ain't know OKC was gonna win. Op, stop it. I mean, you said it, but I don't think you really. You just went with the. You just went with the flow. And the end, it exposed him in a lot of ways. That thing went to Game 7. Op. And the end, it exposed. In the end, it exposed them in a lot of ways. Word. In the end, it exposed them in a lot of ways. Look at this shit, people. Hold on, I'm gonna see if they come closer. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna definitely put them on cam. Look like some Israelites, but they ain't got no Israelites down here though. Nah, I know you did. I know. Nah. Nah, you saying OKC gonna win? I'm just saying Indiana exposed them in a lot of ways. That thing went to Game 7 for a reason. You would have thought Indiana would have got sweat. Only I say that because when you look at an Indiana team, I don't think that Indiana team right there. I don't think they better than. They're not better than a Memphis Grizzly team. I don't think that Indiana team is better than. And Indiana took them to 7, and I think Memphis got sweat. Oh yeah, these are the Israelites. I should go over there. I should go over there and mess with them. I should go get my YouTube on. Them the Israelites. Yeah, it was easy to pick. It was easy to pick. The Knicks wasn't involved. Nah, but I got y'all. I got y'all on one of the nicest YouTube channels that's popping right now. I be following a couple brothers that be on YouTube. So you know what I mean. You don't want to be on YouTube. That's what's up. We got a couple. How y'all doing, man? I mean, sure. Your face ain't gotta be on it. You know what I mean?
Can we talk without the YouTube?
Can y'all talk without? I mean, we could. I mean, everybody want to hear the word. I got a good following, and and some of the.
We don't want to be a spectator. That's why we wanted to talk directly to you, so you can understand what we actually teaching. We're not here for.
Well, you got to give my people the opportunity too to give that to give that what's the name.
How about this? We're gonna give you a flyer.
Because some of my people may not look at you as being spectacle.
We got you. According
You know what I'm saying?
God, you got to repent because Lord Jesus Christ coming back to kill. If you're on the wrong side of that, you may perish. That's why you got to repent. All right.
All right. All right. I'm mad, man. You couldn't spill a word. You know what I'm saying, for my people. All right. All right, man. Y'all have a good day, man. They didn't want to talk. They talk as the Israelites. I thought they was gonna talk. They talk. Uh, that was that. He like, yo, don't put me on the camera, man. He said, don't put me on the camera, man. Yeah, this is they're the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ Incorporation in Pennsylvania. See, when I read stuff like this, people, it get when I read stuff like this, right? Uh, he said, this is called for repentance to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, God's chosen people, whose 12 tribes consist of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They give you a nice breakdown of it. It's a nice little they give you. Yeah, I thought they was gonna be alright with jumping on. They ain't want to jump on. They ain't want to jump on. And well, he ain't have to. I could have just got his voice. He could have spoke his word, but you know, I don't know what that was about. He denied. He denied to talk for my people, man. They down there. They down there beating somebody else head in now. Or they down there beating somebody else head in now. I think some of their mental nourishment that they that they speak.
You know, some of it has truth to it, right? I give it a 60-40, 60 true, 40, you know, a little remix. You know what I mean? You know, 40 is a little remix. I mean, I give it, it's a little truth to it. Word. But yeah, man, Edgar, Edgar is bonkers, man. Yo, Crack, we need you to go live and talk about how your boy Edgar got put on his back pocket, man. We need to see that. We need to hear that, Crack. We need to see it and hear it. We don't upload no video, pre-upload. We need a live from you speaking on that fight last night. We need that. This your boy 050BUCKS, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. Please hit that like button, tap the screen twice to do so. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the channel. I'll be going live 6 o'clock today. We'll be talking about how Lil Meech is out of linea. So pull up 6 o'clock. We're going to definitely break down this Lil Meech situation, how he going out bad. So again, on your way out, tap that screen twice, people. Share the live out. Somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. We need Fat Joe to go live and talk about how his boy got put on his jawbone. Every facial bone in every bone in his face. The nose bone, the cheek bone, the jaw bone, the teeth bone. Yeah, he got put on all of that. Plethora of times. So we want to know from Fat Joe perspective on why did he take that L. Could have been he ain't trained right. They say he was installed the night before. You understand? They said he was installed the night before. But on that note, people, you dig? We wanna, you know, we wanna see Fat Joe live. You know what I mean? Somebody hit Jada, somebody hit Fat Joe and let them know y'all need to go live. And we want to know why this guy you was promoting ended up on his cheekbones. And on that note, it's your boy 050BUCKS, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. And pull up 6 o'clock. UNT Network. We'll be talking about how Lil Meech bites the cheese. It's your boy 050BUCKS, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. Wow!